Hey, Ed from Precision Gun Reviews here. Today I'm at the gun store again in Conway, South Carolina. We're at the wonderful range here and we're shooting the Smith Wesson 9 Sield EZ. This is the 9mm version of the 380 EZ that we took a look at in a full tabletop review. I would show you the other side without pointing the gun in my own face, and I'm not going to do that. This one is the manual safety version, but otherwise it's just about the same thing as the 380 Sield EZ. I believe it's all the same dimensions. It still has the wings here on the slide at the back of the serrations. It still has this grip safety. It has a similar trigger. It's got a switchable here magazine release, Picatinny rail in the front, and it breaks down the same way. And it's got our loaded chamber indicator, tilt barrel design, all the same, very easy to rack. And we'll see if it's easy to shoot. We're going to check it out. Oh, another thing, it does have these pull tabs that made it very easy for me to load. I might have to show you that in between magazines. Here we go. Gonna take the safety off and line up. This is actually my first day out here with my camera set up the way it is. We'll see how it works out for you guys. 8 rounds, all low and left. Okay, I need some practice. Let's try another mag. Okay, so here we have this mag. I'm gonna give you a little example of how simple this is. We got these tabs. You just pull it down like any 22 long rifle magazine and just drop them in. That's it. Very easy. I would normally do this with my thumb, however, you won't see it as easily. So this thing takes 8 rounds of 9mm. Today we're shooting some generic ammunition. I don't know that I need to plug an ammo if they didn't send it to me. That's how you don't get sponsorship. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna drop the slide there using the slide release, slide catch, and we're gonna actually try to shoot like I know what I'm doing. Let's see, get back here so you can see it. Use some trigger discipline here. Hey, there we go. That's how we shoot. I'm worried for my cell phone that I'm actually shooting this on. Okay, this is way better. We're producing a wonderful group here now. We've got about just a very nice tight set of holes on the target there. Do some more reloading. Now, I really liked the Smith & Wesson 380 Sield EZ. I thought it was a fantastic pistol, especially for your recoil-sensitive shooter, maybe your inexperienced gun handler. And the one that I reviewed here on the channel, I got from Smith & Wesson. It was not just a range gun that I picked up and rented, and I ended up keeping it, paid them for it, and I gave it to my sister. And it's turned out to be a perfect gun. She's recoil sensitive. She was looking mostly at something like a Versa Thunder, you know, a heavier 380 that would mitigate a little bit of the recoil, could let her get somewhat of a full grip on the gun. And when I found the Smith & Wesson 380 Sield EZ, I thought this might be the one. And as it turns out, she loved it, and it is the one. Let's shoot a little more here. I'm not really shooting great with this, though, is my problem, which I don't like. I like shooting well. Let's go right there. Okay. I mean, shooting paper is one thing, you know. You shoot steel, it always goes pling, pling, pling. Let me try different stance here. Shoot steel all the time, you always get that nice feedback, a little pling, 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 no matter how big your group is. On your 6-inch plate, you feel good. You make it make noise, you ring it, but you still have a 6-inch group. That's why I shoot those rifle targets at home. They make you better. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so we've got a group right here. I was aiming at the 8, so I'm still pushing. I'm anticipating, whatever, it's my problem. But it's a nice little group there from the gun. And then we've got another one, and I'm cutting because I don't want to move my tripod that I have set up here. And we've got this one, which I don't know what I was doing there. I mean, it's not a huge group. But I mean, you see that I'm still pushing low and left, but there's that. That first group we're not going to look at because it was terrible, and we're going to push it out and take some more shots with it. All right, on this one, I'm going to really try to take my time and feel the recoil on. I want to see how it feels compared to maybe what I'm used to in a single stack in the regular Sield M2.0 or in my SIG P365 or something like that, and see if this larger size, it is a bit larger. You know what I have here is this is a compact CZ75 clone, which you've seen on the channel. It's the TriStar C100. It's almost the size of that, but it is polymer. It is pretty lightweight, and I just want to see where I think the recoil impulse falls, you know, because it is this type of gun that is sort of the easy to manipulate. Let's see. Where are we gonna go here? Let's see. God, I'm embarrassing myself. Groups pretty well. Can't say that I'm shooting it superbly, but it groups well. I really like that 380 EZ. I think this is a great one too, just for the ease of use. But you know, the thing is, when you jump up to a 9mm, the gun loses a little bit of its appeal because part of it was carrying that underpowered round, the 380. Now you jump up into a heavier recoil impulse just by the nature of this versus the 380, and at that point, the guys, or the people who are going to be shooting their single stack 9mm, do we want something this big, or do we want a Glock 43, a SIG P365? Does the recoil impulse matter as much when you're still getting 8 rounds only? My SIG is carrying 10+1. I don't know, you're losing the benefit of that light-powered round. So, I don't know. I don't know if the 9mm is the appropriate cartridge for this. Where are we gonna go? Let's shoot him in the neck. Still, it's a good shooter. Like, it shoots really well, but you know, not as concealable. Let's take a look here. Right, we've got this, and we've got this. This is hot. I don't know if I was supposed to. So, you know, that's a Glock 26. I'm gonna line these up here. Get my fingers out of the way. So they're pretty much lined up, top of the slide to top of the slide, and you've got a lot sticking out there, don't we? So as far as concealment goes, maybe not. Let's shoot this Glock. Got some, what do I have in here? Some defense loads, okay. Let's shoot it while we're standing here. Let's see. Now this baby. I'm not really the biggest Glock fan, but I got this one. I like the updates to the Gen 5. hate spending that money on that defense ammo, but you got to shoot it every once in a while. You know, if you're going to carry a particular ammo, you got to know that your gun is going to feed it properly, that your gun likes it, you know. So it does. I mean, it's a Glock. That's the thing. Very reliable. All right, moving on. I'm gonna make another video in the meantime here, but let's take a look at this while we're looking at each other, okay? So now I'm gonna turn this. So we've got our takedown lever here. So if we want to field strip this thing, and I'm swinging that barrel out in the front, nobody's over here. We're gonna drop that, right? Okay. We're letting this go, pulling it right off. We've got all the same stuff going on. It is an internally hammer-fired gun. You see that? There's a hammer right there. That's going to come up, and it's going to hit the firing pin in there. It's got this empty space for that hammer to operate. But otherwise, it's got the same Browning tilt barrel design. It's got a nice guide rod and recoil spring with this end of the recoil assembly only going in one way and being very easy to see how it works. They flattened out, I'm trying to get it to focus, they flatten out the side and round off the tops and bottoms, so it's very easy to know which way it's going in there. It's good design. Got good amount of rail on there, and on the back we've got, well, let's get my face out here so we can focus. And it's a solid gun. I mean, it's a Smith Wesson. They do good work. Heyo. Okay, so I just was reminded of a little quirk about the EZ series, and it's because of this grip safety. And you know, you always have people saying, oh, it's just one more thing to go wrong, and in this case it was. So when you put this, when you push the grip safety, you see that little piece of metal coming up? That is what allows the trigger bar to activate the hammer. Without that going up, you squeeze the trigger bar moves, hammer goes nowhere. You hold that in, the hammer will fall, and I think it also maybe deactivates a firing pin block. But what it also does is, if you're holding by the grip and the grip safety and you go to put this slide on, what does it hit? The slide hits that piece. And if it doesn't hit that piece and you press it while it's under here, it locks it up a little worse. So when you put this back together, you have to kind of push it on without pushing the grip safety, which can be a little tricky. So for all that easy stuff about the gun, there is that one tricky thing. But otherwise, very cool gun. I just don't know if it has the niche that the 380 EZ supports. That's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is Ed from Precision Gun Reviews. Until next time, stay safe out there. I just wanted to give a quick shout out and thanks to the gun store of Conway, South Carolina. They help us transfer in all of our firearms for review. And you should check out the gun store at scgunstore.com. They are a full-service guns and gear shop with an indoor range. They stock a wide selection of handguns, shotguns, suppressors, NFA items, tactical rifles, hunting rifles, and gear. They are fully stocked with all calibers of ammunition. They have gun safes, holsters, magazines. They do gunsmithing on site if you happen to be in the Conway, South Carolina area. Additionally, they hold training courses for those in the area. And they also offer a fully automatic experience in their gun range with an AR-15 or a Thompson 45 Tommy gun. They've got knives, they've got used firearms, parts, accessories, really just about anything you could think of related to firearms, home, and personal defense. I recommend you take a trip over to scgunstore.com, and no matter where you are, go to shop.scgunstore.com, where you can shop their inventory online and have it delivered right to your local FFL. That's the gun store of Conway, South Carolina. Thanks for making all the reviews that you see here on PGR possible.